Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault, and once again I'm coming to you with another product review. And the product that we're going to be taking a look at today is another weapons mounted light. This one is from a company called Feyachi. Kind of sounds like Feyachi, but don't be confused. This is a Chinese company, and this is the WL25. So I brought out an AR-15. We're going to unbox this thing. We're going to see how it mounts, how it illuminates here in the garage. We're going to take it to the range, make sure it's sturdy, doesn't flicker, and I'll give you guys my final thoughts. But before I do that, I just want to mention something that often I get asked in these product reviews. Jason, why in the world do you review these products from China? They're cheap. And yes, they are. But the reason I do that is sometimes you do find a diamond in the rough. Will this product be that? I have no idea. And hopefully when you watch my product reviews, you see that I'm very honest. I have been very impressed with flashlight companies like ThruNite, and they're based in China. So sometimes we're also not in the financial situation that maybe we want to be. I know that when I first got into firearms, I wasn't in the financial place that I am now. And so I was always looking for affordable quality products. And once again, I have no idea if this product will be that. But that's why I review these products, because you might find this on the internet and go, is it any good? I'm gonna look it up. Well, we're gonna find out together. So let me adjust the camera, let's unbox this thing, let's mount it to this AR, and let's see how it performs. All right, so here's the box that this comes in. On the box, it claims it has 1200 lumens, 656 feet of illumination. It can be on for 1.5 hours without a recharge. It has a rating of IPX4 when it comes to water resistant, and that it is also drop resistant. And once again, this is the WL25. Let's go ahead and open this box and let's see what we get inside. All right, so we get an owner's manual, some batteries, get two of them. They say rechargeable. Looks like we get a battery charger here. We get a charging cable. I guess this is going to be some type of strap. We get the end cap and a pressure pad. That looks really nice. We get some hardware, and then we have the light itself. All right, so let's take a look at this thing. It looks like it's anodized well, has a nice finish to it. It obviously goes on to Picatinny rail. One of my complaints with many of the lights that I review, especially when they come from China, is they have not realized that Americans really like M-LOK now. So they need to have a different mounting system, but I do have Picatinny rail on this rifle. Looks like we have a standard end cap right now if you just want to run it without the pressure pad. Has a pretty good sized emitter. Seems to be very reflective. It does seem to be well built and robust. It doesn't have any other markings on it except right here where it says hot. So one of the things that I think it should have, of course, is a marking of what the brand is and what the model is. So I think that's just smart for their marketing, but also it allows the end user to remember what product they have. All right, so let's take this thing apart. And let's just double check the internals of this are good. So we get no battery inside. And I guess what I'll do, because I can't always mount these on the rifle on camera on YouTube because it's considered gun modification, I'll go ahead and take a moment. I'll put the battery in, make sure it's charged. I'll mount this to the rifle and I'll show you guys the end result and if I have any issues with it. So here's the light mounted to the rail on the rifle. It is a bigger light. It does stick out a little bit because it uses that Picatinny rail, but it's on there secure. There was no issue with the mount. It's on there nice and tight. I do like the fact we have a lot of cable here. Cable management might be an issue, but that allows you to put the light anywhere you want and to mount the pressure pad anywhere you want. Let's go to this side of the rifle over here. There's our pressure pad, and like the light, it is a little bit on the thick side, but it's on there secure. It snaps around that Picatinny rail nice and tight, and the switch itself seems to be well built. We have a couple of different controls here. We have a button, which if you push, it snaps on, and the light will stay on. Then you have the pressure pad itself. If you push the button once, it goes on, you release, it goes off, and if you press it twice, it goes into a strobe mode. There it goes. I know that's a little bit difficult to do sometimes. I never time those lights right, but I don't like to use that strobe mode. And then once you go back to just using the pressure pad, it's standard on and off. So this thing has some really nice controls on it. I like that. Seems to be well built. I have no issues with it. I've already charged the batteries. The charger works. The batteries are working like they should. So let's get this thing to the range and let's make sure this thing works without flickering when you're firing the rifle. All right, so it looks like we have some issues here. So when I'm firing this rifle, it tries to go between the different modes. It either shuts off or it goes to strobe. Now I know what some of you are going to say. Jason, you like to ride your thumb right here on that pad. And so under recoil, you're probably pushing those buttons. So what I'm going to do is try another magazine. I will turn the rifle to the side. I will show you that I will put the button that holds it on down, and then I will remove my thumb and put it on this side of the vertical foregrip. So this is not the way I normally shoot the rifle. So I will have nothing on this side of the rifle and on the pad that could activate it. So let's see if it continues to have this problem. And unfortunately, it looks like we're having the same problems. I'm pretty sure it's not a battery issue or some type of connection issue or an electronics issue inside of the light. I'm pretty sure it has to do a lot with this pressure pad. And this is one of the reasons why on many of the tactical flashlights that I review or weapons mounted lights that I review, I don't like it where they have so many settings and they're all activated by multiple depressions of the button. Because let's just say the setting you want to go to is the third setting, so you have to click it 3 times. But it has to be fast enough for it to register. If it's too slow, it doesn't register it. But if you go so fast, you might only click it twice or might click it 4 times. It's hard to find that setting. And then if you have a really sensitive pressure pad, which is what this is, under recoil, it can change settings. So I am almost 100% positive it is this pressure pad and not necessarily the light. I have to say, the light is bright. I like the beam. I like the color of it. It seems to work great. But if I'm going to run this light, I'm going to run it with a pressure pad, and this does not bode well for this rifle. I'm a big fan of the principle of keep it simple, stupid. When it comes to a weapons mounted light, I don't really think I need a strobe mode. I just want on and off. I don't need 4 settings. I don't need to have all these extra things with multiple clicks. Give me on and off, and that is it. And make the button not so sensitive. So this is really disappointing. I was honestly expecting to really like this light. I like so much about it, the way it mounts, the way it looks. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't run right. So maybe if I ran it without the pressure pad, it would be fine if I just used that end cap. However, if I'm going to run it on a rifle like this, I want that quick on-off capability that comes with a pressure pad. So while the light itself might be pretty good, in conjunction with the pressure pad, which is part of the light and part of the package, I can't recommend this light at all. I really did have high hopes. If it wasn't for this, I'd say this thing is probably a 4.5-star review and a great bargain. But the fact that this pressure pad doesn't work really bumps it down to 1 star. It just doesn't work. Now, does that mean that they all are this sensitive? I have no idea. This is an example of one, but this is the one they sent to me for review. So I kind of hope that they would have looked it over. But this is just my personal experiences. opinions and thoughts, like I say in the description of every video, and yours may vary, but for me, I'm just reporting on what happened. So there you go, 1 star out of 5 for this weapons mounted light, the WL25. I definitely would not recommend it, especially if you like running pressure pads. So there you go, my review. I really thought this one might be a diamond in the rough, but unfortunately, it's not. And I have to say, avoid it. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.